Hey there. So we've decided to build a camper. Why? Because most of the campers that are out there and the ones we've always bought are kind of junk. And I just thought, hey, let's try it, something new. So basically, I'll kind of show you what we've started and why we've gone through what we've done. So let's look at that. So this is the trailer we decided on here. This is a Legend. It's going to be a 7x21. The reason we picked this one, a couple reasons. One, it's all aluminum, which is really cool because it's never going to rust. But the second one is it's built in Alma, Michigan, which is only about 30 minutes from my house. And I just thought that, it's kind of cool to have stuff built that's near you. So that was part of the reason. A couple things we're going to do different on this trailer than what the one I've got in the picture here is this door we didn't want here. I'll show you the floor plan in a minute why we didn't want that. We actually moved that door back to behind the wheels here. And this unit that I'm picturing I think is not the right length. I think the one we're getting is a few feet longer because there actually is room for the door to be back there. On the back of the trailer it's going to have the regular fold down, the flip down cargo door to load up four-wheelers and things like that. Not sure if we'll use that feature or just leave it closed all the time, but it's there if we want it. But anyway, pretty darn nice trailer. Really happy with it so far. I just wish it would get here. We ordered it. It takes about 8 weeks for it to come in. So this is a floor plan we're looking at doing. So went through a bunch of different scenarios, and basically what we really wanted to do, I've seen a bunch of these where the people put the bed in the back and everything, and we really wanted to be able to use that back side for cargo without having a flip down bed, things like that. So so what we did is we ended up putting the bed up in the very front here. And so we've got a queen bed down below with a twin bed above it. Twin bed probably for us will be mostly just storage, but it's there if we ever need it. Next to it we've got a closet, refrigerator, nice long sink. Not putting a stove in this. We decided we would rather have that counter space, and we've got a little cooktop that can go up on top of there if we ever need to use it. We do most of our cooking outside. We're camping, that's what we're doing. We also decided not to put a shower in the unit. We've just got the single toilet. It's going to be in a little enclosure back here. And we end up going to state parks most of the time, and they always have a shower for us. We just don't use it. There's just not enough capacity in the tanks here. So that was the reason for that. We've got a little dinette over here that really just seats two people. There's only two of us going to be in here. That's perfect. What I'm doing is I'm making those be modular parts. So I've got 4 little boxes. They're going to be for storage underneath them, but they can actually be easily removed. They're not fastened down. They just ride on a cleat on the wall here. We'll be able to actually move them, slide them back and forth if we want to, take them out, whatever we need to. The third one we may never even put in here because it's, it just makes it into a couch during the day, that sort of thing. Also the table, the dotted line that's right there, that table will flip up against the wall and also be able to move back and forth and slide back and forth too. So during the day, if you're not using it, it can be out of the way. You just got a nice couch here. If we want it, we can flip it down whether the chairs are there or not. And then lastly, I talked about being that cargo door in the back, that big ramp door that's going to come down here. I've got a Kawasaki motorcycle that may come with us on some trips. I'm not sure, but I wanted to make sure it can. That was part of the reason for making these dinette pieces removable. But then I had the problem with this wall around the little toilet. And so what I came up with there is it's going to have a hinge right in this location right here and another hinge here. And that actually will just fold up against the sink. So it'll make this whole area just clear. And then the bike will be able to come right in. I have a cleat to mount it to here and some tie downs on the sides, and that should be nice and happy and sturdy right over the axles. The other thing too, up in the front here, I've got this V-nose section that, it's I think most people think it's for aerodynamics. It's really not. It's really for extra storage, extra things. So I'm going to use it for extra things. I don't think it's going to give me any gas mileage. But I had the battery and the propane tank possibly going up in little compartments up here. I'll seal those up and vent them to the outside. Not sure if I'm going to do that. They may go outside. It just makes more sense. I can keep the space for other things. But I've got my electrical system all kind of laid out where I want my lights, where I want my outlets, all that sort of thing. If we go down and look at the next drawing here, this is kind of the whole layout of the whole thing here. And from here you can see this is elevation view, you know, what you'd see if you were standing here and looking toward the refrigerator. And there's the fridge, the window over the sink and everything, the toilet. That the bed, the queen bed will flip up, so we have storage underneath it. Bed above that as well. And then from the outside, what the views look like too. So I've kind of got it laid out what I want. I'm sure I'm going to fine tune it as we go a little bit. I already, you know, we ordered the windows yesterday, and they're a little bit different size than what I was going to get, and that's fine because I'll adjust for it. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the layout so far. I also went through and I did a very detailed estimate, kind of what this thing's going to price out to. My goal was to keep it under $20,000. Right now, my estimated price is $20,200. Trailer's not even here yet, but I've got a lot of the parts. In fact, I've already bought $14,000 worth of the parts. So, and you know, that was part of the deposit on the trailer and everything too. But I've got this thing detailed out pretty well. I don't think I'm missing anything major. I'm probably missing a ton of little teeny stuff. So, and then over on the right here, I'm putting down the weight. I want to figure out, you know, what the weight on this thing's going to be. My goal is to keep it lighter than the camper that we have now, which is a dry weight of 3,800 pounds. You know, once it's loaded up with all the stuff like we have in here right now, I imagine we're probably 4,500 going down the road. I'm thinking this one will be about the same, but being that it's aluminum, it doesn't rust. I'm just happier with it, even if it's a little bit heavier. You know, I think everything in here is going to be a little beefier, built a little bit better. Anyway, that's kind of what we're doing. I will have more as we go, but thanks for looking in.